time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man. You can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got y'all here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 40,000 subscribers, on our way to 50K. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube. Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to y'all, you know what I mean? Yeah, so, you know, do me a favor, wipe your feet off before you step into the big house. Make sure you do that. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time we go live right here on the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. You already know where you at, you know what I mean? It ain't no coinkydink. It ain't no coincidence. It ain't that, all right? Now, Donald Trump, we gonna talk about the present president of the United States of America, invading D.C. The National Guard is being unleashed on Washington, D.C., the capital, right? And it's a lot of people up in arms. It's a lot of people that got a lot to say. My DMs are flooded. Yo, GMB TV, what's your perspective on this situation with Donald Trump? I mean, what's your thought process on the National Guard being unleashed on Washington, D.C.? So we're going to talk about that. We're not going to stay long. This is not going to be a long, drawn-out live stream, but I did want to tap in with the people. You feel what I'm saying? If you ask me, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, before we get into this message, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this situation, you already know, man, when I'm talking about these type of topics, when I'm giving y'all this game, when I'm dropping pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles, I got to do some customizations to the chat. The higher-ups and the elites is playing chess at the highest level. They muffling the platform. They trying to muffle. They trying to stifle the message. And because of that, I got to do some customizations to the chat. You know what I mean? So we back on roll, baby. We back on roll. Yeah, they strike the channel. They did that. You know what I mean? And they played with the algorithm, but that ain't gonna stop the message. Donald Trump is letting us know that he's about to invade Washington, D.C. He's sending the National Guard in, and they about to get it popping. Now, you already know my perspective is like none other. This is Grown Man Business TV. There is nobody that's going to connect the dots the way I connect the dots. That's why you in the building. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you locked into the Realest on YouTube. Let's do some customizations to the chat, man. Let's see what we got going on here. Big salute. I see everybody coming in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear. And, we're going to talk about this. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But we're going to have this conversation. Washington, D.C. Let's talk about it. Y'all on the chopping block, right? They say they coming for D.C. That's what they want to do. They coming for D.C. What's the deal? How they moving? D.C., what y'all on? You know what I mean? Don't run and hide now. Don't get the ducking and hide now. You already know I'm going to talk to y'all. Big salute to the chat. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Bam. You see that at the bottom of the screen, right? Yeah, before you get into my comment section with your Twitter fingers doing all your Twittering and all that, leaving comments all in the comment section, asking your questions, trying to rub shoulders with Grown Man Business TV, using your Twitter fingers with all your Twittering with your Twitter fingers. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear. You know what I mean? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You are and tapped into the Realest on YouTube. All right? Now, Washington, D.C. Listen, man. I see you in the DMs. I see y'all tapped in. And I'm not the one that's going to hold your hand through this situation. I'm not the one that's going to walk you to I'm not taking you to the potty. I'm not going to hold your hand. This is grown man business, so you're going to have to stand on that. You know what I mean? Now, let's start with this angle right here. You know, I want y'all to understand something. Always be fully aware when that dog fur is concerned. Oh, we already talking about the dog fur. We already talking about the dog fur and all of that. Yeah. Anytime, oh, my bad. I see that. Yeah, subscribers only. Yeah, subscribers only. You got to be a member, baby. To get into the comment section and all that, you got to be a member. Salute. Appreciate that 5-piece nugget. Now, listen. Anytime that dog fur, anytime they get hyped, anytime they get overwhelmed, anytime white people are highly concerned about something is when your antennas need to go up. Yeah, your antennas need to go up. Your spidey senses need to be spidey sensing. Yeah. Your downloads need to be downloading. Anytime white people get up in arms about something, they start trying to tell you what's going on. They start trying to share information. They start trying to give you some type of game on something. You need to let the downloads download. You know what I mean? You know, yo, Donald Trump, the National Guard. Anytime they act like they concerned about something, you need to look and see what's going on. Because I didn't see that same energy when they was throwing black men in jail for 50 years for a piece of crack. I didn't see that same energy. I never get to see that same energy for the Ku Klux Klan. I never get to see that same energy for black people in America being mishandled and mistreated. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to be highly aware when that dog fur get the dog furring. Respectfully, because I'm going to talk to the dog fur and I'm going to talk to my Caucasian counterparts. Yeah, it's some white people that I rock with. Listen, one thing for sure and two things for certain, I kept the receipts. All of a sudden, y'all are concerned about what's going on American soil. All of a sudden, y'all concerned about the homeless people. All of a sudden, y'all concerned about what Donald J. Trump is implementing into Congress. What bills he's passing. Oh, America is falling. Y'all didn't think America was falling when y'all was hanging black men from trees? Y'all didn't think America was falling when y'all was hanging black women from trees? Y'all didn't think America was falling when y'all was feeding black babies to alligators? I mean, I'm sorry to get right into the meat and potatoes. I'm sorry to get right into this, but I don't really like seeing all of this concern right now. All of this concern, let me tell you something. If it's falling, then it's falling. If the house is on fire, then let it burn. The roof is on fire. We don't need that mother, let that motherfucker burn. Burn, motherfucker, burn. See, we know something about that. When we get to partying and all that, we get to shouting that out at the top of our lungs. Y'all might not know, but we know about it. Let this mother effer burn in. Now, I'm a digress, but I feel a way about that. All of a sudden, you got all these Caucasian people trying to tell me and everybody else, hey, let me tell you what's going on. Oh, the Congress and the Donald Trump and blah, 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 blah. But y'all didn't feel that way. When your granddaddy was going in those slave quarters and having his way with the slave ladies out there. You didn't feel that way when your grandfather was going out there in those slave quarters and having his way with black women. You didn't feel that way when your grandfather, the slave master, was going out there and playing with those children. So One thing for sure, and two things for certain. I had to get that out there. We not the ones y'all need to be talking to. Y'all feel like it's an issue? Y'all feel like it's a problem? Go to war. But all that, black people, listen. Why is it that y'all don't feel the same way about the Ku Klux Klan out there in Mississippi? Okay? Anytime white people get concerned about something, they get interest into something, it's a red flag. Oh, they have weapons of mass destruction. They're terrorists. Come to find out they didn't have weapons of mass destruction, and come to find out they wasn't terrorists. Come to find out George Bush, he's the reason for the whole 9/11 shit. Come to find out. And it's a lot of that going on right now. Now let's talk about DC. Washington, D.C. has been a hellhole for the last 50 years. Why? Listen, salute to Haas Campbell, salute to everybody else that's acting like they got some type of concern about what's going on. Everybody out here that act like they feel some type of way about the National Guard. Well, why are we acting like Washington, D.C. ain't been a shithole for the last 50 years? Why are we acting like this? Why are we gonna sit here and act like Washington, D.C. ain't one of the most dangerous places in America? What's the deal? It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You got people being murdered right in front of the Capitol. You got people doing drugs right in front of the White House. Y'all got a problem with cleaning that up? Y'all got a problem with getting that in check? Now, nobody ain't got nothing to say. Nobody ain't got nothing to say, my G, when it's a shithole out there and it's black people being railroaded and it's black people being killed and it's drugs and it's heroin and it's dope and it's coke being pushed all into the urban community out there in Washington, D.C. Nobody got nothing to say. Nobody cared that Alpo was down there in D.C. with hundreds of kilos of dope. Nobody cared. But as soon as Donald Trump say we about to go up in there and we about to get some straightening, now everybody crying out. Let's understand. Let's really get this in check. Let's really stand on grown man business. Is you on business or is you not? Now I got a message to the hooligans out there in DC. I got a message to the gang members out there in DC. All the shooters out there in DC. Let's keep the same energy. Let's keep the same energy when the National Guard come. You like to do a lot of shooting and sliding. You like to do a lot of killing. You like to do a lot of violence. You like to cause a lot of chaos and destruction in the black community. But as soon as the white man come out there, as soon as a badge and gun show up, now it's yes sir and no sir. Oh, and I got the receipts. All of a sudden, y'all got an issue with the real war. Woo. I thought y'all was ready for the ops. I thought y'all was strapped up and y'all was ready to get in tune with the opposition. You got an op, he got an op, you got an op. Everybody got ops until the real ops come in the city. Now, one thing for sure and two things for certain, I'm not saluting Donald Trump. All right? I ain't really rocking with Trump. You was on the Epstein's list, homie. I ain't forgot about that. And I don't want y'all to forget about that. Donald Trump is working for Israel. Donald Trump is working for them people, the higher ups and the elites. Donald Trump is, even though he's a billionaire, he's on the payroll. They got Donald Trump in their pocket. Donald Trump, you was on the Epstein file. You was on the Epstein list. You thought we was stupid, Donald Trump? So don't never get it confused. I ain't rocking with Donald Trump. But this is a message to the shooters, to the sliders, to the drill rappers, to the gang members. You know, Fat Trail and all those fake ass celebrities. Them dudes that's coming into the city, the National Guard, they want to go to war. They want to shoot. They want to slide. They want to play goddamn what's that video game? What's that video game everybody playing? The Ops? Yeah, you know the video game. They want to play they want to shoot, goddammit. So I'm not gonna come in. I'm not gonna come on this app. I'm not gonna come into this portal, and I'm not gonna play with y'all. I'm not Haas Campbell. I'm not none of these other YouTubers. I'm not gonna come over here and play with y'all. Y'all like to shoot, right? Y'all got switches, right? We'll use them. Call of Duty, appreciate that. Yeah. They want to play Call of Duty in real life with y'all. Now y'all, the National Guard is supposedly coming to Washington, D.C. And I say, send the National Guard in there. Let's show the world how pussyfoot you gang members are. Let's show the world how soft you so-called rappers and drill shooters and gang members and drug dealers, how pussyfoot y'all are. Send the National Guard in there and get it under control. Because as soon as they get in there, guess what? Yes, sir. No, sir. Now, let's get into a receipt, man. Big salute to the chat, you know. I had to get that off my chest, man. I had to get that off my chest because there's a lot of people saying, you know, all this so-called concern. White people, y'all ain't concerned when it's dope and it's coke and it's heroin all throughout the urban community in Washington, D.C. Y'all ain't concerned about that. When it's young children trying to survive, trying to go to school, they mama on drugs, they daddy on drugs. There's no concern about that. But as soon as it starts to seep into your community, as soon as it starts to leak into your household, now all of a sudden you trying to explain the American. Hey, hold up, homie. That's what I like to tell them. Hold up, homie. Hey, hold up. Bro, hold up, homie. Respectfully. Y'all got a problem? Go handle it. Donald Trump. You complaining about Donald Trump, and white people voted Donald Trump in the office. Y'all voted for Donald Trump because y'all thought that Donald Trump was. Oh, I know. I got it. I get it now. I get it now. You cut off your nose to spite your face. You cut off your nose to spite your face. You voted Donald Trump in the office. Now you complaining and crying about Donald Trump. Now, I need y'all to understand something. We are at a present day in American history where the veil has been dropped on every angle, every aspect of American culture is being exposed for what it actually is. And because it is being exposed, a lot of these people are panicking. Oh, we're in this together and we need to fight for the rights and blah, blah, blah. But it's never that way. When y'all was able to hide behind those Ku Klux Klan masks, when y'all was able to hide behind the veil of America, When y'all was able to hide behind the veil of America. We never had these conversations with y'all. We never sat down at the dinner table and had a conversation about war. So let's not start now. And again, I got the receipts. And I'm gonna make sure that it's your people telling you exactly what I'm telling you. Because just like my people, just like black people, right? I could tell you something and you will ignore me. And then a white man could tell you the same thing and you'll listen and you'll comprehend it and you'll digest it and you'll take it in. It's the same thing with my Caucasian counterparts, the dog fur. You know, I could tell you something. You ain't gonna listen until they tell you something. All right? So let's get into this. Let's really break down a couple of these receipts. Well over 1,000 in the chat. Run the likes up when you come in here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You are in tune with the realest on YouTube. Pure dope, straight off the brick into the bottles. Ain't nobody else connecting the dots like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Let's get into this. Look! Look! Look!
Plans to take over DC tomorrow. This is not a drill and you should be concerned. I'm going to read to you what he wrote on his Temu Twitter, but real quick before I read that, I want to say two things. Number one, told you so.
Now, I want to say this right here before I let you talk any further. You got a great strand of dog fur right there, my brother. Now, I want you to know something. I done seen a few different strands of dog fur, and you got a pretty decent strand of dog fur right there. I'm talking golden retriever. I'm talking Shih Tzu. I'm talking a sheepdog or something like that. You got the golden retriever look that you got. Respectfully, I'm giving you your props. You know, you got the gel in there, huh? You got the Sassoon shampoo all in and out the dog fur. You've been shedding that dog fur, ain't you? Yeah. Yeah. Look. That's a good strand of dog fur right there, brother. Brother, I'm going to tell you something. That dog fur right there, you listen to me. You got a golden retriever. You got a golden retriever stand, a dog fur coming about. Yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna let you finish. I don't want you to stop talking, but I want you to understand that the way you got that bang going on right there, yeah, remind me of Lassie. Lassie. You youngsters might not understand this. Lassie. I had to respectfully give you that. You're giving Lassie with that bang of that dog fur that you got. Lassie. Go ahead. Look.
Told you that whatever he does to immigrants, he's going to do to United States citizens. We told you that before you voted for him, that this was his plan all along to target United States citizens. Number two, I have receipts from 2 years ago that I have kept for this exact moment. I kept the receipts to show you that everything this going to do that he was going to do, and you called us fear mongers. You said we were wrong. You didn't believe us. I'm going to show you the receipts. But first, let me show you what he posted on Temu Twitter. We're having a news conference tomorrow. By the way, today is August 10th. So he's talking about August 11th. We're having a news conference tomorrow in the White House. I'm going to make our Capitol safer and more beautiful than it ever was before. The homeless have to move out immediately. We will give you places to stay, but far from the Capitol. The criminals, you don't have to move out. We're going to put you in jail where you belong. It's all going to happen very fast, just like the border. We went from millions pouring into zero in the last few months. This will be easier. Be prepared. There will be no more Mr. Nice Guy. We want our capital back. Listen to every word he said. First of all, it'll be just like the border. This is our nation's capital, not a national border. People can freely come and go in and out of our nation's capital, but he's making it sound like he's going to stop that. He's going to stop your freedom of...
That motherfucking, that dog fur is dog fur. Go ahead now.
Number two, the homeless must move out immediately, as if the people that are unhoused have a house to move out of. This is sick, demented mind thinking. But let me show you my receipts from 2 years ago, because notice in here he says you'll be given a place to stay and it'll be far away from the capital. Jolly, where's he going to put all these homeless people, all these unhoused people? I want you to understand something. These unhoused people are United States citizens. And
now I want to say something, right? Salute, well over 1,000 in the chat. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You are in tune with the Realest on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. It's something he said within that paragraph that I wanna hone back in on. He said, and to the criminals, you will be put in jail. It's gonna happen very fast, the same way it did with the borders. Now, again, I want to make an emphasis on this. To the criminals out there in DC, don't get the running and don't get the hiding now. You said you wanted an op. You want to shoot. You want to go to war, right? You want to play Call of Duty in real life. Well, the National Guard is coming, and they are looking to put your ass in jail. So now you can pay attention to the real opposition. You ain't got to worry about, stray bullets hitting the little girl in the corner store. You ain't got to worry about shooting up your grandmama neighborhood and all that. You ain't got to worry about that. And nobody else is going to tell you this. Everybody else is, oh, don't worry. Nah. Listen, Call of Duty is coming to the nation's capital. Strap up, lace up your boots, and go to war. Don't go to the studio and rap about war. Don't go to the studio. Don't make another song about shooting. Don't make another song. We don't want to hear it. Them people is coming. They got bulletproof vests. They got tear gas. They got taser guns. And they got ammunition. All right? Respectfully. They got every goddamn thing that you got on Call of Duty. They got it. And Donald Trump said your ass going to jail. So what you want to do? You want to go home or you want to go to jail? Yeah, like training day and all that. You wanna go home, or you want to take your ass outside and go to war? Okay? I'm going to tell you this. I'm not a slave to the YouTube check. I'm not worried about the algorithm. Okay? Now, respectfully, I want to get back to my guy right here with the dog fur. Again, I ain't got nothing against him. You know what I'm saying? But that's a beautiful strand of dog fur that you got right there, brother. My question to this man right here is, why are you so concerned about where homeless people are going to be relocated to? Again, I'm telling you, when white people show concern, it's a red flag. Oh, the homeless people, where are they going to go? They're American citizens. What does it matter to you? What do you care about it? Where is your concern? See, when white people get concerned about something, it's never, I'm not going to say never. More than likely, there is not pure intentions involved in it. Listen, you got a few white people that really rock with us. And I got the receipts of that. I got the receipts. But the majority of these people are only concerned for negative. It's not pure intentions. Oh, the homeless people. Where are they going to be located? These are American citizens. Well, how about you take them into the suburbs and give them shelter? Well, how about you go out there and you ask the homeless people what they want to do? Oh, homeless people. Where are they going to be relocated to? Take them out there to your mansions and all that. Take them out there to your suburbs. Oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So why are you so concerned? Always remember, man, when that dog fur get to standing up, when that dog fur get, listen, it's not, it ain't got nothing to do with that. When that man hair get wet, it smell like a wet dog. When that man fur lay down with water, it looked like Lassie in the rain. So it ain't got nothing to do with that. When they get concerned, there is an issue. And it's not an issue to help you. They are not concerned to help you. They are concerned. Where are these homeless people gonna go? I don't know. Let me give you some game on homeless people. Most homeless people, they don't want to live in four walls. They don't want to live indoors. Most homeless people, more than 50% of homeless people have chosen to be homeless. They like to sleep outside. They like to do drugs. They like to go off into the woods and shit and live outside. They don't want to live in the construct that you have been forced to live in. This man has never spoken to a homeless person. You understand? Again, when these people get concerned, it's a red flag. Oh, black people are trying. You have never sat down and had a conversation with a hood nigga somewhere in the hood on the corner. You never had a conversation with a black man raised in poverty, raised in an urban community. You don't know the plight and the strifes of a young black man in America, but you want us to believe that you care or you're concerned. Oh, black people in America. What are we gonna? Come on, man. Come on, my G. You know more about the Ku Klux Klan and all that. You know more about white supremacy and all that. You don't know nothing. You ain't never talk to a homeless person. Listen to me. Shh. Don't talk. Go find your random homeless person and tell that homeless person, I got a room for you. Listen. I got a room for you. You know what I mean? I got a roof that you could come live under. I'll feed you. All you got to do is stay in the house and live like us. The homeless person is sneak out the window. You wake up in the morning, the motherfucker back on Skid Row some goddamn where. They don't want to live like us. They don't want to live in this matrix. All right? But again, you will have a lot of these white people talking to us like they know, oh, homeless people, where are they gonna go? Well, they gonna go where they go, B. Mind your business. Yeah. Look, respectfully, from black people to your people, mind your goddamn business for once. The world would be a better place if your people would just mind your business. Don't ask me why I'm walking in this neighborhood. Don't ask me what I'm doing out here. Don't ask me why my car's parked right here. Don't, from my people to your people, mind your goddamn business, man. The world would be a better place. America, you want to make America great again? Tell your people to mind your goddamn business. Yeah, that's a quote for the day. I want to give that to you, and I want to give that to the chat. You know, when you talk to a Caucasian person today, tell that Caucasian person, tell your people, mind your business. Yeah, I rock with you. You know, I rock with you. You my Caucasian counterpart. But I got a message for your people. Go out there and tell your people, mind your goddamn business, and that'll make America great again. Oh, what are homeless people are gonna do? Where are homeless people gonna go? Mind your business. Don't worry about it. All right? Now, Grown Man Business TV, I mean, you reaching, my G. You know, where is this coming from? Well, I kept the receipts. I kept the receipts. All right? We're gonna get into it. Big salute to the chat. We're gonna talk about this. I don't know what's going on in America, but I'm gonna tell you how to fix it. White people, mind your business. Now, respectfully, I'm talking about the hood niggas in the hood, the shooters, the gunners, and I'm talking about the dog fur. Now, I want to give a big salute to this young brother right here. You know, he got a really low cut, so I can't see the strand of dog fur that he was born with, but I can see that the beard is bearding. And I want to give a salute to you. You understand? I'm sure you put some beard oil and some beard grease in there to get your beard nice and neat. You know, your ancestors was Vikings. Your ancestors was Neanderthals. They came out of the Caucasus Mountains. They came fresh out of the Caucasus Mountains. But I respect your message, young brother, and I wanted to say that before I play this receipt. I got a lot of respect for this young brother right here. All right? My Caucasian counterpart. Let's get into the receipt. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button and all that. Look! Look!
It's kind of felt like saying that. I mean, what do you really say after that? There's nothing to follow up. I think shit.
So this is a white guy saying that white people ain't shit. Now he about to break down why.
About it. Like, what group of people is more racist than us, more hateful than us? What group of people do you know that started over 100 plus race massacres and have stripped everything from other groups of people of color, black people, however you want to categorize, and never pay it back, ever? I mean, take everything they own, properties, businesses, family, use their like, lynch them and do unspeakable acts to them, use their skin for shoes and wallets and belts
and medicine. And medicine.
Use their teeth to, to replace ours. Use their hair to stuff chairs and shit. Or take pictures of these lynchings and put them on postcards and send them across states or the U.S. to your family and friends as a way to joke and shit. Like, I just made me sick, dude.
Actually, what he just said right there, I should come back to this because what he just said right there is actually still happening. When they pass it around, I'm going to come back to that part. I'm going to remind myself. I'm going to come right back to that.
I do. I really hate us. I mean, just strip everything and not pay it back. And be so hateful and so spiteful to the point that we put literature in contracts, especially with these insurance companies, that will prevent us from having to pay these people back as long as we call them riots, not massacres.
Now I want to stop right there. And I'm gonna let this brother talk a little bit more because I like the game that he giving up. But that's what I mean, and that's what I'm saying when the concern that there is fake, it's not real. Everybody's talking about Donald Trump and the National Guard, but when it's our land being stolen, when it's our ideas being stolen, When all of this mayhem and destruction done to indigenous people, right? The American the you know the Native American black people, we are the Native American. We are indigenous. We are not the American Indian. There's a big difference. All these things done, no concern. Nobody cares. Everybody watches it happen. Everybody lives their life. Everybody benefits off the construct and off the matrix and off this country that we built on our backs of our ancestors. And there's no concern. But then you got that dog fur in the last receipt. He just talking about Trump. He want us to be scared. He want us to be nervous. He want us to be aware. But nobody wants to be aware of the truth. And that's why I got a lot of respect for this young brother right here. This white man right here. I rock with him in real life. Me and him, we would be friends. We would be counterparts. Steal all that land and not pay a dime back. But you paid the Japanese for Hiroshima. You paid the Jewish people. Y'all still being ran by Israel. You paid $1 trillion to the Ukraine. You giving all this money out, but the people that built the actual reality that you live in, it's every excuse in the world. Let's let my man talk some more. Look!
Like, there's nobody more hateful than us. Take. A little bit of violence, a lot of bit of violence sprinkled in. Take some more. Whether it's people's fucking property or people's inventions. White people love taking credit for shit they never invented, but a brother or sister did. And we pay nothing back. Or you one of the cool ones, so to speak. You take from the culture, and you don't contribute nothing back. Yeah, you're no different. You're no fucking different. Or the ones that get mad when people call white people out as a whole, like you get triggered or something. And you feel like you gotta defend the white race, put your white night suit on and shit. Like, maybe you should take inventory on what it is that makes you feel like you gotta take up for white folk when people speak on us as a whole. What have you done? What have you said? Why do you feel guilty? Why do you feel like you're targeted in this? Why is it someone like me can sit here and join in on conversations against white people and not feel offended one fucking bit, but people like you do feel offended? I don't know. Maybe because you done did some shit and I ain't. I'm just saying. We just ain't shit. I don't know how else to say it. And then the way we excuse racism, oh, it's just one bad day. That's a long time ago. Bitch, so? So? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Never atoned for it. Been ducking and dodging accountability since that incident. Pretty sure that wasn't the first time he said it. Ain't some shit you just pop off at the top of the mouth for it. Randomly, no, that's who you are. It's ingrained in your DNA. It's the shit you partake in behind closed doors. Motherfucker, I'm from the Bible Belt in a conservative household down here in the South. I know what dog whistles are. I know the conversations that take place behind closed doors, fam.
Right.
Had a racist ass stepdaddy. Confederate shit and all. I know, bro. I see that shit. I cannot stand my people. I hate how fake we can be, too. We love to say we ain't racist because our friends black, one of the good ones that we like to call them, one of the ones that fall in line with how we think and how we feel and vote how we vote. But I'll be damned if you decide to change your way of thinking. See exactly where that gets you. You gonna really see how we feel about you then. I hate our people. I really do. There's nobody like us. And nobody plays the victim card quite like white people. And you think that you can just wake up one day and decide to change your beliefs and be like, oh, I don't fuck with these racist crackers no more. I'm with y'all now. Hell no. Just like I told Trump people not too long ago, stay where the fuck you at. Stay over there. Keep your white hood energy over there. Just because you done dyed your shit red doesn't make you any less of a white hood than it was before, bro. I just don't like my people.
No offense, but if you pay more than $30 a month.
Woo. Now, one of the main reasons I played that receipt, and salute to that young brother right there. I got a lot of respect for that guy. Is because it's time that we shine light on people like him. You understand? That got enough nuts, that stand on grown man business to just be honest. To just be honest, bro. You know what I mean? It's nasty work. It's absolutely nasty work. And I always thought like that. I you know, when I became a full grown man and I understood that the downloads were downloading, I always thought to myself how disgusted I would be with my people if I was in their position. If my people had done what his people done to my, if I was in their position, how disgusted I would be with my grandfather. Like at the thought of my great grandfather being a child molester or a rapist or a murderer or a slave owner. Like I would be so disgusted that I would actually be just like him, where I would hate my own people. Like I would be one of the ones saying, let's just pay them people their money, man. Listen, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? I understand we ain't have nothing to do with it. Listen, a lot of us wasn't here for Hiroshima, but we paid for it. Our tax money paid for it. Listen, majority of us, all of us in this chat, we was not here for the Holocaust. The Holocaust didn't even happen on U.S. soil. This shit didn't even happen in America. But guess what? To this day, we are paying reparations to Jewish people for the Holocaust that didn't even happen in America. So, you know, I don't owe, you can't, yes, yeah, listen, we didn't got nothing to do with the Ukrainian people. I don't know who the fuck told Joe Biden to give almost $1 trillion of money to the Ukrainian people, but guess what? We paid for the shit. We still paying for it. If I was a white man, I would be one of the white guys that tell my people, let's give them, man, yo, we owe them people money, man. We owe black people money. We burned down their communities. You talk about project buildings. We didn't have project in government housing. We were building our own communities and y'all burned that shit down and then gave us public housing. Hundreds of black communities all over the United States. Y'all went and burned that shit down and then said, guess what? We got something called project buildings and public housing where y'all could live at. Pay them people their money, man. You know, respectfully, y'all gave all the money to the foreigners. Y'all wouldn't give us loans. It was called redlining. Jim Crow, slavery, free labor. I would be disgusted at the thought of my grandfather going into them slave quarters and having his way with those young slave girls. I would be disgusted. It's nasty work. You understand? So again, when those people get concerned, when they start trying to convince you that hey, America is falling and blah blah blah, y'all didn't feel like that when y'all learned about Lake Lanier. Y'all didn't feel like that America had fallen when y'all found out about, you know, Black Wall Street and Rosewood and Lake Lanier and Utica Village and all these different black communities. Y'all didn't feel like that. Okay? And again, I ain't rocking with Trump. I got some real choice words for Donald J. Trump. The same way you going at these illegal immigrants, the same way you going at these criminals, the same way you sending the National Guard into DC, you might need to be sending the National Guard into Mississippi, Alabama, huh? Huh? Certain parts of Georgia and certain parts of Texas where you got the Ku Klux Klan, a terroristic group, a terroristic threat on American soil. Why y'all ain't worried? Why y'all ain't did nothing about the KKK? Why y'all got so much energy for homeless people? Let the homeless be homeless. Let the homeless people be homeless. Right? Let's figure out who behind those white sheets. Let's start doing research. Let's start, charging people with murder that was in those pictures or those hangings back in the 1960s and the 1970s and all that. There's no statutory limit on murder. There's no statutory limit on murder. So let's keep that same energy. Let's send the National Guard in. Let's use the feds. Instead of going after YSL, instead of going after Young Thug, let's go after the Ku Klux Klan. Oh, I know. Y'all ain't worried about that. Y'all don't really care about that. Oh, that's as American as apple pie. That's about as American as apple pie. So, with all that being said, don't fall for the double cross. Always pay attention to the triple cross. We not falling for that shit. Oh, Donald Trump, where is he gonna do? Nah. We ain't really worried. Let the homeless people be homeless. We ain't worried about that. Let the shooters do the shooting. Yeah, we got a lot of shooters. They say they send in the National Guard. Well, get out the way and let the war perhaps. Let the shooters and the shooters meet up in the middle and do what they gotta do. Man, shit ain't got nothing to do with me. National Guard is being sent into Washington, D.C. Guess what? Everybody still gotta go to work tomorrow. That's gonna be my next live stream. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and you hit the like button and you locked into the Realest on YouTube. We're gonna talk about this spacecraft coming to America. We're gonna talk about the Matrix. Oh, I got a good one, and I got the receipts. Yeah, I got the white man telling y'all, a NASA scientist telling y'all, African Americans came off the big ass. Yeah, it was a goddamn spacecraft. And he saw black African Americans come off the goddamn ship. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Just make sure you in tune to this next live stream. Yeah. He talked about a mile-long spaceship that landed on one of those shipyards out there. Listen, we're going to talk about this. He said the ship was shaped like a cigar. Yeah. The ship was shaped like a Philly Blunt, a Garcia Vega, a Dutch Master. The spaceship was shaped like a Optimo. Yeah. Y'all know how we used to crack those blunts down the middle and all that? Put that good dope in it, smoke that loud, smoke that sour diesel. You think it's a coincidence the goddamn spaceship looked like a Garcia Vega? And then the man said it was 7-foot black people that came off the ship. And then he went further and he said they look just like African Americans. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker look like African Americans, man. They ain't look like Indians And they ain't look like Africans, but they look like African Americans, man. Yeah. And guess what? They saying the mothership is coming back. They saying they saying, listen, let me tell you something. That's why they start sending all those so-called satellites and cameras out there in space with it. That got their mothership landed. They say they ain't even know. They ain't what the hell. Oh, they start putting cameras and shit. And what they saying is it's another mothership on the way to the planet Earth. And it's hostile. They done already told us that it's a hostile takeover. What I'm telling you is, I don't believe that it's hostile. I believe they coming to do something to them people. They coming to get some straightening out the dog fur. That's what I believe is going to happen. They coming to get some straightening to the dog fur. And again, when the dog fur get concerned, oh, it's a hostile takeover. Nah, ain't no hostile takeover. They coming to put some straightening on that dog fur you got right there. Don't get to trying to. Nah, we gonna talk about that. Oh, that's gonna be an epic. I got the receipts. Donald Trump he's looking to invade Washington, D.C. with the National Guard. I say, kudos to Donald Trump. Invade D.C., invade New York City, invade California, invade all these areas where niggas is, yeah, go in there and let's see what's going on. All you gang members in California, when the National Guard come, go to war. Don't go to the studio. Don't make another rap video. Don't make another CD. We ain't trying to hear it. When the National Guard come, go to war or take your black ass to work, because we don't believe you. You need, let me show you something. Big salute to the chat. Let's look at something. I want to show you guys what happens when the dog. I want to show you guys what happened when the National Guard pull up. I'm going to show you guys what happens in the hood. All right? Look!
No, I live right here. Cool. There's a cigarette. Did y'all get a call or something about right here?
No, so we're doing checks, keeping everybody safe down here, right? Have you heard of the federal surge that Donald Trump's putting out?
No.
Right. You don't follow like
No.
Code 3, anything like that? But no. All right, so yeah, Trump's got all federal agencies kind of coming together, 7 days going out, trying to stop the violent crime, all kind of stuff. So we're out here contacting people, talking to them, right? Quality of life offenses, smoking, drinking in public, right? Can't happen outside, right? Most people know that. So we're contacting people, trying to advise them of the law so they learn, right? And then if there's other stuff going on where it turns into there's multiple agencies or somebody, there's shooting and things like that. So just get your hands together, all right? So we're just out here trying to inform people and educate people. It's not like we're trying to just go grab people and ruin someone's life over a joint or something like that, all right?
I only asked because when you walked up, at the moment you walked up, you only had eggs.
Yeah, well, it smelled like the odor of marijuana, burnt marijuana in the air, right? And you're the only guy that had something lit in your hand, and I didn't flash it, so I didn't realize it was just a cigarette. So that's on me. I appreciate you understanding and not getting chippy. All right, so just know, right? Learn, teach, tell your boys, like, yo, everybody's out, from FBI to police.
So they gonna see
So do your thing, let them know, don't be smoking outside, don't be drinking outside. Because Donald Trump is tired of it. People come to this.
Now, I'm gonna let this play, but I want y'all to notice how calm, cool, collect these YNs are. Listen to how articulate these YNs are. Oh, it ain't no mumble rap going on when those boys come up with those guns and them. Yeah. Oh, What's going on over here? We were just smoking weed and hanging out. Everything is calm, cool, and collective when the boys in blue show up. See? Yeah. But if I'm walking down the street, yo, where you from, homie? What hood you said? What hood you rep? Blood? Blood Pyru? On Pyru. But when the boys in blue come, it's yes, sir, and it's no, sir. When the boys in blue come around, everybody's talking real nice, and everybody's talking real calm, and everybody's nice and sweet. That's why I say send the people in there. Yeah. Yeah, send the people. Send the National Guard in there. Fuck it. Send the people in there. Because when I come in there and I try to give you good dope straight off the brick into the bottles, when I try to give you this pure dope, when I try to give you some game and I try to talk to the YNs, they don't want to hear that. Yo, you too old, son. We don't want to hear that. But when the boys in blue come in the neighborhood, yeah, when the boys in blue come in the neighborhood, everybody is yes, sir, and everybody is no, sir. Yeah, everybody got manners. Everybody got manners when the boys in blue or the National Guard come into the neighborhood. Yeah, look how nice and calm everybody's talking. It's beautiful dialogue. Everybody is understanding each other. Everybody is just vibing and we're being nice. And you know, the whole YN, these ain't even YNs no more. These are tax-paying citizens right here. Yeah, yeah, you see how civilized they got? Yeah, I like that. Motherfucker got civilized right in the, just like, all right? So I don't know why everybody is opposed to the National Guard. Send the National Guard in there and watch these YNs turn to tax-paying citizens. Send the National Guard in there and watch these YNs turn to grown man business TV. Look.
I didn't know that. You didn't know smoking in public? Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, arrestable. Because in Maryland, it's recreational use, so I didn't know. Yeah, so DC, it's recreational use as well, right? So you can legally possess up to 2 ounces. You can gift an ounce to your boy, right? So if you had 2 ounces and he said he needed a zip, you can give him a zip, but you can't smoke outside. You don't.
Salute the Haas Campbell. Hey, look. My nigga Haas. Hey, my nigga Haas got the glasses on and shit. My nigga Haas, you know, Haas be bugged out. Yeah, salute that. Yeah. So you see how the National Guard told him how it go down? You can give your man a zip. Y'all can exchange marijuana. You can have up to 2 zips on you. Everything is good. You just can't smoke outside. Take your black ass in the house. If you smoke outside, it's a problem. You heard what the white. Oh, I just didn't know that was the rules. I'm so sorry. I apologize. We didn't know that was the rules. Blah, blah. Yeah, nice, cool, and calm and collective. That's how it's supposed to be. Then you go to the studio. You get on these rap videos. You're shaking your dreads. You're jumping all around. You're high on dope and coke and weed and lean. You got guns, you shoot. Where the guns at? To all the YNs in DC, where the guns at when the people pull up? Yeah, this right here. This is Call of Duty. The man walk up, he got a bulletproof vest. He got some bomb. He got a motherfucking switchblade. He got extra clips. He got semi-automatic weapons, and they walking up to you. Where is the guns at? Where is the shooters? Where is the gang members? You know, And we gonna play. I want to play this one more time. But I would take you on a job interview. The way you was talking, young man, I would take you to the cookout. I would introduce you to some people. You was a very polite young man. Yeah, you was good. You did good. You did real good. I didn't know you had it in you. I thought you was a gangster, a shooter, a killer. Oh, I'm sorry. That only go for black people. You only want to shoot other black. When the boys in blue pull up, it's yes, sir. And it's look.
You got your ID on you, Chin?
No, I live right here.
Cool.
It's a cigarette. Did y'all get a call or something about right here?
No, so we're doing checks, keeping everybody safe down here, right? Have you heard of the federal surge that Donald Trump's putting out?
No.
Right. You don't follow like
No.
Code 3 anything like that people are putting up. All right, so yeah, Trump's got all federal agencies kind of coming together for 7 days and going out, trying to stop the violent crime, all kind of stuff. So we're out here contacting people, talking to them, right? Quality of life offenses, smoking, drinking in public, right? Can't happen outside, right? Most people know that. So we're contacting people, trying to advise them of the law so they learn, right? And then if there's other stuff going on where it turns into, there's multiple agencies for some of these, there's two things like that. There's extra hands, all right? So we're just out here trying to inform people and educate people. It's not like we're trying to just go grab people and ruin someone's life over a joint or something like that, all right?
I only asked because when you walked up, at the moment you walked up, you only had eggs. Me.
Yeah, well, it smelled like the odor of marijuana, burnt marijuana in the air, right? And you're the only guy that had something lit in your hand, and I didn't flash it, so I didn't realize it was just a cigarette. So that's on me. I appreciate you understanding and not getting shit. All right, so just know, right? Learn, teach, tell your boys, like, yo, everybody's out, from FBI to park police.
So they gonna see you.
So do your thing. Let them know. Don't be smoking outside. Don't be drinking outside.
Take your black ass in the house. You want to smoke your tweeds and all that. Yeah, you want to smoke on your tweeds and your tweedlees and your weeds and all that. Take your ass in the house. Now, we gonna close with this. Big salute to the chat. Big salute to everybody. Listen, I wanna reiterate because I got a lot of people. You know, the channel is growing organically, and the more I go live, the more I do this content, we grow, you know, constantly. I take breaks. I got a strike on the channel. You know, they had me. I couldn't go live for 5 days, things like that. It slow us down, but you know, at the end of the day, we still going up. All right. So it's a lot of new subscribers. It's a lot of newcomers to the channel, and they don't understand what I mean when I say the dog fur. They think that it's racist. They feel like, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna tell you why I like to press that line when it come to dog fur. All right. Again, and this is so crazy how the downloads download and how these dots connect. You know what I'm saying? I connect the dots effortlessly. You understand? So when I was growing up, I've always heard, you know, especially, you know, white people, respectfully, I've always heard white people tell black women, and especially black women, right, that they had nappy hair. Nappy hair. Your hair is nappy. And it's a cause and effect to everything. And I'm gonna talk about that in my next live stream when we go in depth about these spacecrafts and these spaceships and and just what's going on this planet, right? But it's a cause and effect to everything. So because black women were told that their hair is nappy, that their hair is ugly, that they don't have good hair, because they have been told that so much, now black women wear wigs and they wear weave and You know, they do any and everything to hide their so-called nappy hair, right? And nobody thought that it was a problem that we grew up like that. Nobody, these same white people did not care. They were not concerned when we were told that our hair was nappy. And that's what I mean. Again, when I say anytime white people get concerned about something, it's a red flag for us. It gotta be. It's never a pure intention. It's never that they're concerned because they want to help or they really care about what we got going on. That's not it. All right. So when I was young, I always heard people tell, and I always had a low cut, I always had waves. I never really had, I never really let my hair grow out too crazy when I was young. I always liked the fresh Caesar. So I never really got the nappy head comments, but I always saw black women get told that their hair was nappy. All the way to now, like I said, they wear wigs, they wear lace front, they do anything to hide their hair because they have been told that it is nappy, it is ugly, it is bad hair. But I always, as a youngster, noticed that when my white friends, I had white friends when I was kids, I went to school with white people, kindergarten, first grade, all the way to high school. I always noticed that on rainy days, when I would get on the school bus and my hair was wet, little Billy and little Johnny, their fur got wet, it smelled like a dog. And then when I got older, I would hear other people say it. It smells like wet dogs in here. It smells like a wet dog in here. Hey man, it smells like a golden retriever in here. Right? So I always wondered, why do white people hair smell like a dog when it's wet? I always wondered that. And it's something that always stuck with me. When I would get on the school bus on a rainy day, it fucking smelled like a wet dog, respectfully. My classroom smelled like a wet dog on a rainy day because of the white kids that I went to school with, their fur was wet. Now, as a grown man, right? And this is for all my new subscribers, everybody that's locked in with the channel. As a grown man, being able to see through the smoke and mirrors, understanding and learning the history of Caucasian people, understanding the deep Neanderthal DNA that they have within them, learning that we don't have a drop of Neanderthal in us. Caveman, we don't have that in our DNA, but they have it in their DNA. Being able to see through the smoke and mirrors, being able to digest the downloads are downloading. I understood finally why their hair smells like dog when it gets wet. It smells like a dog when it gets wet because it is not hair, it is dog fur. I'm sorry. Respectfully. Now, when you do your due diligence, right? And you look into these things and you start to understand what we are looking at, right? Let's get into a little bit of this before we get up out of here. Big salute to the chat. Right? Now, again, when you get into this and you look into this, what you will understand is it is not hair, it is dog fur. So we don't say that dogs have hair. We don't say that. We say that dogs have fur. Dog's fur is receptive to lice. When I was in school, another thing, and when I was in school, they would do lice tests and they would test, check our hair for ticks. Black, we never had lice and we never had ticks. But white people, their fur attracts lice and ticks. Hair does not attract lice and ticks. Fur. All right. So let's look into this, right? I want you to look at this. Now, we're going to look at a couple of different pictures and all that. So I pushed that line with the dog fur is because the same reaction and the same feeling that black women would get being told that their hair is not good hair, their hair is nappy, their hair is ugly, is the same feeling that I'm guessing white people get when I call their fur out. When I say, yo, that's not hair, that's fur. They get very upset with me. They get in my DM, they call me racist. How is this racist when I'm listen, let's look at something. I want to show you guys something. Big salute to the chat. I ain't got nothing against you. I'm just trying to keep it all the way funky. Like, it was always okay for black women's hair, right? For black women to have, nappy hair. Why isn't it okay to just be honest about this fur? Now I want to show you something. All right? I want to show you what I'm talking about. Okay? Look!
So he's talking about August 11th. We're having a news conference tomorrow in the White House. I'm going to make our Capitol. But first, let me show you what he posted on Timu Twitter. We're having a news conference tomorrow. By the way, today is August 10th. That whatever he does to immigrants, he's going to do to United States citizens. We told you that before you voted for him, that this was his plan all along to target United States citizens. Number two, I have receipts from 2 years ago that
now I want you to look at this.
I have kept.
I want you to look at this. I want you to look at this. And I want you to look at this. And I want you to look at this. Look! 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 Okay? So to all my new subscribers, to all my newcomers, to everybody that's tuned into the channel, man, everybody in the DM, everybody that is, taking offense, it's nothing to be offensive about. It's the same thing I tell black women, like, your hair is your hair. Your hair is beautiful. I love black women's hair. I love their hair. I love the cornrows. I love everything about a black woman's hair. So we went through that for all those years, being told that we have nappy hair. They got good hair. Oh, they got good hair. Becky with the good hair. Come to find out, Becky it's fur. It's dog fur. It come from from the Neanderthal gene you got in your genetics. That's where that come from. Respectfully, that's why it smells like a dog when it gets wet. So I'm wrong for saying that. Y'all ain't wrong for calling black women hair nappy, but I'm wrong for pointing out the only reason your fur smell like it shed like a dog. It smell like a dog. It shed. Take your brush and comb through the fur. So if you're gonna be in tune with the realest on YouTube, you're gonna have to understand that this is the realest for a reason. It ain't this ain't sugar coated. This dope ain't been whipped. This dope ain't been stepped on. I'm giving it to you straight off the brick into the bottles. Tell me why it smell like a dog when it get wet. Tell me why it smell like a dog then. What's the reason why your hair smell like a dog? I didn't make this up. I've been hearing it my whole life. I've been smelling it my whole life. It smelled like Sassoon shampoo and dog fur. Yeah, Sassoon shampoo, Newport 100s, and dog fur straight out the dog fur. That's what it's. So why is that? Now I'm gonna leave you with that. I want you to put that in your pipe and I want you to smoke it. But I always got to remind myself that this channel is growing. We 45,000 subscribers in. This channel is growing organically. So I always need to double back and reiterate what the dog fur means and what it stands for. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. Not only did the fur smell like a wet dog or a golden retriever when it got wet, not only did the fur smell like a sheepdog or a shih tzu when it got wet, respectfully, we all know that. But I also used to go to my friend Billy's house and his mama would kiss the dog in the mouth. I never seen black people do that. I never seen a black person comfortable with tongue kissing a dog in the mouth. I never seen a black mother. I never seen a black father. I never seen no black person comfortable with kissing a dog in the mouth. But Billy mama, my friend Billy from the 2nd grade, salute to Billy if you out there. His mama Carol used to kiss the dog. You know what? I kept the receipts. I kept the receipts, man. You understand me? I kept the receipts. Why do y'all kiss? You know what? It is what it is. Look! 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 So if you new to the channel, what you gotta be understanding of what's going on here. You understand? You need to know something. If a black person tried to kiss a dog in the mouth, the dog ain't gonna go for that. The dog gonna be like, yo, hold up, son, what you doing? This ain't right. The only reason why they will kiss you in the mouth is because that dog can smell the fur on you. The dog know that we are one. You got fur, I got fur. Let's kiss in the mouth. You got fur, I got fur. Let's just kiss in the mouth. That's why the dog, well, the dog is looking. Look, I'm gonna show you something. I want to show you something before we get out of here. The dog is looking you in your eyes when he's licking your mouth. because he smells the fur. Look, look, look. Look at the dog eyes right here. He's making eye contact with your eyes while your mouth is open. Look. Look. Look at the eye contact with the dog right there. Look at the eye contact. Look. Look at the eye contact right there. Look at the eye contact. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? But you know, your parents, your OGs always tell you, look a man in his eyes so he know you speak truth when you see it. Tell your word to keep it. Ain't you supposed to you supposed to look in the eyes, ain't you? The dog smells the fur. He smells something, just it's fur, respectfully, because your fur can have lice, his fur can have lice. So when you go to lick him in his mouth, he understand that we are one. You got dog fur, I got dog fur. Salute to the dog fur. Salute to you. My friend Billy, his mother name was Carol, and she used to do that. I would go spend the night at my friend Billy's house in Virginia, and his mother's name was Carol. And I remember the dog doing that. She would let the dog eat off the plate with her. Lick her plate clean. Lick the plate clean. Yeah. Salute to all and everybody that subscribed to my channel. But when I say dog fur, it's respectfully. Hey, yo. I'm done. I'm done bullshit with y'all. Hey, big salute to the chat. Big salute to everybody that's locked in. You know, Donald Trump is unleashing the National Guard on Washington, D.C., and I'm all in. I'm all with it. I like that. I'm with that. Let's make this a motherfucking nationwide tour. Let's go from Washington to DC to Los Angeles, California. Let's go from Los Angeles, California to the Bay. Yeah, the Bay Area. Let's go from the Bay Area all the way to New York City. Let's go where all the gangs is at and see if they want to play Call of Duty. And if you don't, respectfully, go get a fucking job or something. All right? Go pay taxes. If you don't want to go to war, go to work. The downloads is downloading. I mean, I might put that on a shirt. If you don't want to go to war, go to work. I like that. Let's make this a nationwide tour. Slide down to Florida and Georgia and see if these gang members and these shooters and these young YNs, if you don't want to go to war, then go to work. Anytime the dog fur get concerned about something, we need to know that that's a red flag. We need to pay close attention. All right? I don't know how we looked over the Ku Klux Klan. I don't know how we looked over, you know, slavery, redlining, Jim Crow, you know, racial discrimination, police brutality. I don't know how we looked over all this shit. And now all of a sudden, y'all concerned about the Americas. Y'all concerned about what's going on with homeless people. I don't know. I don't know. I'm the only one that's gonna say this. How did y'all skip over the Ku Klux Klan? That shit is not, your intentions are not pure. Be honest. Stop acting like you care about what's going on with black people or you care about what's going on with homeless people. At the end of the day, the world in America would be a greater place if you just minded your goddamn business. Just mind your business. Yeah. From here on out, Caucasian, white, just mind your business. All right? And last but not least, dog fur is dog fur. Fur attracts lice. Fur attracts ticks. Fur sheds. Fur smells like a golden retriever when the rainwater touches it. So for all my newcomers, that I don't want that to go over your head or under your bridge. I want you to understand exactly what you're dealing with before you jump all in my DM with your Twitter fingers doing all your Twittering and all that. Save your Twitter fingers and all that, because I already told you what's going on. It's a reason why that dog look you in your eyes. Yeah, it's a reason for that. He smells that you got the dog fur, and he can smell that he got the dog fur. He understands that we... With that being said, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now, listen, man. You can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You do know what I suggest. And I suggest that you tap in. Listen. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man Business. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man content at all times. You already know it is what it is. It'll be what it's going to be. Straight off the bricks into the bottles. I'm going to give you this game, this pure dope, straight off the bricks into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing, and we not dressing nothing up. I'm going to give you this game straight raw. Pure dope. No fentanyl, no baking soda, no quinine. We ain't water whipping this dope. We ain't counter whipping this dope. I don't put it in a Pyrex jar. We not cooking it up. It is straight off the brick into the bottles. All right? Big salute to the chat, man. We officially at 45,000 subscribers. We will be doubling back tomorrow, and we will be approaching the topic of, you know, these spacecrafts and who's on these spacecrafts, and you know, everything that's being told and everything that's being taught. You got to look at it in reverse. If they say that it's a hostile takeover, we need to be asking the question is, who is it hostile towards? Oh, it's a hostile takeover. They're coming towards the globe hostilely. Well, maybe they coming for you. You think it's hostile? Maybe they coming to get some straightening with that dog fur. Maybe they coming to straighten that dog fur out. Don't get us involved with it. Don't try to trick us out of position. Oh, it's a hostile takeover. Well, I mean, it's always been hostile here. Lynching, police brutality, murder, the Ku Klux Klan. It's always been hostile here for foundational black Americans. FBA, it always been hostile. The fuck we care about some aliens. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be first in line to talk to the aliens. Yeah. I'm gonna tell them. I'm telling on your ass. Listen, man. We need y'all down here. Yeah, it's hostile. They've been robbing us, stealing, taxing our goddamn money, charging us for air and electricity and shit like that. We need y'all down here. Don't go nowhere, please. Please stay right here. Come up off we got more. Yeah. We gonna talk about that tomorrow. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you in tune with the realest. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest.